A Williamsville teenager will spend the next 3 to 9 years in prison for killing his infant son. A judge handed down the sentence to 17-year-old Michael Fiorentino in state Supreme Court this morning. News 4's Katie Alexander was in the courtroom, and she's now live in Buffalo with the very latest. Katie?
Michael Fiorentino's attorney had asked the judge to grant his client youthful offender status when he addressed the court here this morning. But Judge John Mihalski said that, quote, the criminal conduct was so selfish and calloused with catastrophic consequences that youthful offender status would be inappropriate in this case. Fiorentino had been free on bail until this morning when that indeterminate sentence of 3 to 9 years in prison was handed down. He pleaded guilty in March to second-degree manslaughter in the death of his 2-month-old son, Bradley Fagan. Fiorentino is accused of shaking the baby, causing the brain injuries that led to his death a few days later. It happened in a house on Meadow Place in Cheektowaga back in October. Fiorentino was living there with his son's mother and her family, and according to his lawyer, he was very involved in raising little Bradley. But the judge noted that Fiorentino put his baby back in the crib after shaking him, and instead of getting any medical help for him, he just went back to bed himself. Acting Erie County District Attorney Michael Flaherty says it was no doubt difficult for the judge to sentence someone who was barely more than a child himself to go to prison, but he says it was the right call.
And when you take the steps to have children, that's a pact you are making with your child and society that you will care and nurture that child. And that should be, at that moment, his #1 priority, not him going back to sleep.
Fiorentino, his family, and his lawyer all declined to comment while they were here at the courthouse this morning. Family members of little Bradley were not here for the hearing. As the prosecutor said, reliving the incident by taking part in this sentencing process would have put them a step backwards in their healing. Reporting live in Buffalo, Katie Alexander, News 4.